Hello, cuckoo! Welcome back to my channel. So this is Learn French with Queen. It is the first time you're stumbling on my video. I say a big welcome. If you're always here with me, I say a big thank you. So for those that are just joining in and are wondering what's up on this platform, we learn French. So if you want to know more, do check out my previous video. If you like, then give them thumbs up. Do share to love more, and don't forget, hit that subscription button. So in today's video, we'll be looking at how to respond to greetings in French language. So previously, I made a video on how to respond to greetings. So you can click here to watch. In my previous video, I made mention of varieties of ways at which you can respond to greeting in French language. So I said language is not something that is static. And of course it's not static. It's something that we should improve on daily. So daily we learn new things, we learn new words, we learn how to relate with people. In fact, there are so many vocabularies that we learn each day to say, oh, this day they used to say it, oh, now I know this about this. So that's something about language. The way French is in the 80s, in the 90s, and not the same way it is in the 20s, okay? So everything's evolved. Language is one dynamic aspect of life that, of course, you shouldn't say the same thing you said yesterday. If you see somebody, you're learning French and you want to respond to greeting, you shouldn't say ça va, ça va, ça va, ça va. So don't be the ça va always type of person. Always diversify your response. So if you see someone today and you respond to the person, it shows your level of growth in language and learning. So do well to always diversify when responding to greetings. So in today's video, we'll be looking at more on how to respond to greetings. I decided to make up another video again to explain better, to expatiate better on the previous video, how to respond to greetings. I hope you find the video amazing. So let's start. Okay, so now the regular way of greeting somebody, the first thing to do, of course, the most polite way of greeting somebody is to greet the person first. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Okay, so now let's continue. We have bonjour, comment tu vas? Okay, so you could either have comment tu vas based on the person you're speaking with. Okay, it could either be comment tu vas, comment allez-vous, or comment vous allez. So whichever form you are using. So I'll be sticking with comment tu vas. So now there should be a response to comment tu vas, that is how are you. Then if you want to respond to how are you, so how do we respond to how are you in French? So now I will be telling us more on how to respond to greetings in French language. So the rightful way to respond to the question comment tu vas is je vais bien. Je vais bien. Okay, so that's the rightful way to respond to the greeting comment tu vas. You respond by saying je vais bien. Okay, so now if you don't want to say je vais bien, there are other ways at which you could respond to greeting as well. Okay, so you could as well say je pète la forme. I am great. Je pète la forme. I am great. Comment tu vas? Je pète la forme. Comment tu vas? Je vais bien. Okay, so you could have another one. You could have ça va super. Comment tu vas? Ça va super. Merci. Okay? Or if you don't want to say merci, you can as well say ça va super. So we have another one. We have ça va pas mal. Okay, so we have ça va pas mal. Comment tu vas? Ça va pas mal. Not bad. Comment tu vas? Pas mal. Not bad. Ça va pas mal. Pas mal. Okay, so you can use either of these things. So ça va pas mal. Pas mal. Okay, so it goes. Okay, so if they ask you the question comment tu vas, you could as well say tu vas bien. So comment tu vas? Je vais bien. Comment tu vas? Je pète la forme. Comment tu vas? Pas mal. Comment tu vas? Tu vas bien. Okay, all is going on well with me. I am fine. All is going on well. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We have assez bien. So this actually means I'm well enough. Well enough. Good enough. Okay. Comment tu vas? Assez bien. Okay. Well, I'm well enough. Thank God. So comment comment tu vas? Assez bien. So you could have another one. You could say pas de grand chose. But note, pas de grand chose has context at which you can make two of it. Okay, so imagine that you have spoken with someone previously and the person came back to ask you, comment ça va? Ah, pas de grand chose. Pas de grand chose. Okay, so you people had a discussion previously and it's coming to ask you again, ah, comment ça va? How is it? Pas de grand chose, mon frère. Pas de grand chose, ma soeur. Pas de grand chose. you like, ah, this person is coming again. Oh. Pas de grand chose. Il n'y a rien. So, pas de grand chose. Okay, so those are contexts at which you can make two of them. So we could have as well, je suis là. Okay, I'm just there. Okay, I am there. Comment tu vas? Ah, je suis là, c'est comme d'habitude, comme d'hab. Je suis là. Okay, so you can have that, comme d'hab, ou bien je suis là, I'm just there, always there. So you could, some people do say comme ci, comme ça. Well, depending on how you want to respond. No one will hold you for saying that anyways. Okay, so now let's look at another one. You could say bien, merci. So you could say bien, merci. Okay, comment tu vas? Bien, merci. Comment tu vas? Je suis là. Comment tu vas? Ça va pas mal. Comment tu vas? Pas mal. Comment tu vas? Je pète la voix. Okay, so let's move to another one. You could as well say je rends grâce à Dieu. I thank God. Okay, so you could have je rends grâce à Dieu. Thank God if you just want to like, I thank God, je rends grâce à Dieu. Okay, so you could have another one. You could say Dieu merci. So note, in English, you will say thank God. And if you want to do a direct translation by saying merci, thank God, merci Dieu, it is wrong. So merci Dieu is wrong. It is Dieu merci correct. So you say Dieu merci, not merci Dieu. So note that. So you could say je rends grâce à Dieu, Dieu merci. Or you could say je remercie Dieu, I thank God. So depending on the mood, if you want to give all thanks to God, no problem, it's acceptable. So you could say Dieu merci, je rends grâce à Dieu, je remercie Dieu. So if that is the mood at which you have, you can as well say je remercie Dieu. Comment ça va? Dieu merci, je remercie Dieu. Okay, so let's look at another one. So you can have je me porte à merveille. So I looked at this in my previous video, so now I'll be explaining how we can use je porte à merveille in varieties of ways. So we have the verb se porter. Okay, so porter is a reflexive verb, that is an action that comes back to the person that does it. So that is a reflexive verb. Okay, so we have se porter. So now let's continue. We have je me porte à merveille. So if you don't want to say je me porte à merveille, you could say je me porte merveilleusement bien. Je me porte merveilleusement bien. So je porte à merveille, je me porte merveilleusement bien. Or you could as well say je me porte bien. So we have je me porte à merveille, je me porte merveilleusement bien, I'm doing wonderfully well. Ou bien you say je me porte bien. Okay, these are ways at which you can say it. You could as well say je me porte très bien. Je me porte très bien. Okay, so if you don't want to say je me porte très bien, je me porte à merveille, je me porte merveilleusement bien, you could as well say je vais merveilleusement bien. Okay, so if you're not using the verb se porter, you could use the verb aller. Je vais merveilleusement bien. I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely well. Okay, and as well, if you don't want to make use of the verb aller, you could use the verb se sentir. Okay, you could say je me sens merveilleusement bien. So can you see the varieties of way that we could make use of it? Let me say it again. Je porte à merveille, je me porte merveilleusement bien, je porte bien, je porte très bien, je vais merveilleusement bien, je me sens merveilleusement bien. Okay, so these are varieties of way at which you could make use of this se porter, aller, and se sentir. Okay, so now let's look at another one. Okay, this time around you could respond based on your feeling. or your mood. Okay, so it's not necessary that every time someone asks you, how are you? Comment tu vas? You always say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. You can as well respond based on your mood or your feeling by saying, je ne vais pas bien. Ça ne va pas. Ok? Comment tu vas? Ça ne va pas. Comment tu vas? Je ne vais pas bien. Comment tu vas? Je ne me porte pas bien. Du tout, je ne me porte pas bien. Comment tu vas? Je suis fatiguée. Comment tu vas? Ah, je sommeille. Comment tu vas? Tu ne vas pas. Okay, so those are forms at which you can respond based on your feeling or your mood. Okay, so it's not necessary that it must always be je vais bien, je vais bien, je vais bien, je vais bien tout le temps. Okay, so you could respond based on your greeting or your mood. And so note, when we are using the word ça va, our intonation matters a lot. So ça va could means varieties of things. So you could ça va could be a question and it could be an answer. For example, you have ça va? Oui, ça va. Ça va? Ça va. Ça va. Ça va. Ça va. Tu as quelque chose? Tu as quoi? Est-ce qu'il y a un problème? Ah, non. Ça va bien. Okay, so your intonation matters a lot when you're using ça va. Okay, so let's take note of that when we are using our ça va as well. And we could as well be cautious while people are asking us how are you, by asking them to how they are doing as well. So it's not every time they should ask us how are you, and you just say thank you, I'm fine. Okay, you could as well ask the person, be cautious as well. Of course, see. So ask the other person, et toi, ou bien et vous, depending on the person you are talking to. Okay, and you could as well say merci d'avoir demandé. Thanks for asking. Okay, so that shows courtesy as well. Okay, so this is where we'll be taking a pause for today's video. So do well to always diversify whenever you are responding to the question how are you. This shows your growth of language learning. If you're always saying saba saba saba, you're the saba type of person, please stop saying saba saba saba. There are so many ways of responding. You could say super bien, you could say je vais bien, you could say je pète la forme, you could say tout va bien, you could say je me porte à merveille, you could say je me porte merveilleusement bien, you could say je me sens bien, ou bien varieties of ways to answer. Why should you always say ça va, ça va, ça va? Okay. So if there is a way you love to greet that I have not made mention of in my videos, let me know at the comment section. So let me know how you greet others, okay, at the comment section. I'll be glad to have you and to respond to you. See you in my next one. But before then, don't forget, do it to love this video. If you find it useful, share to loved one and hit that subscription button. Hit the subscription button. Yes, now let's keep the community growing. Okay, bisous bisous. Bye bye.